The enigmatic Mšecké Žehrovice hero is a limestone bust that depicts what is described as a Celtic warrior and has been dated to around the late 2nd century or early 1st century BC. The bust was found in 1943 during the excavation of an Iron Age double Vírekšanze or four-corner rampart in Mšecké Žehrovice, which is about 65 kilometres northwest of Prague in the Czech Republic. The bust's facial features and hairstyle are scratched into an almost flat surface, and the neck is shaped into a classic Celtic torque necklace. The hair itself is depicted as being combed off the forehead while the back portion is shaved off completely. The large, owl-like oval eyes are contoured by a pair of curvilinear eyebrows, which matches the style of the bust's moustache. The mouth is formed with a slight, downward bending line, and the ears are shaped like lotus buds, a signature styling technique of Tène style art. So named after the site of Tène in Switzerland, where thousands of Celtic objects were recovered from a lake in the early 19th century. The Tène culture developed and flourished during the late Iron Age, from about 450 BC to the time of the Roman conquest in the 1st century BC. It succeeded the Hallstatt culture under considerable influence from Mediterranean groups such as the Greeks, pre-Romanized Gauls and Etruscans, and examples of their craftsmanship can be found all over Europe. Prime examples of Tène culture finds include the Pocklington shield from Britain, as well as the Gundestrup cauldron which was found in Denmark. It was originally assumed by archaeologists that the stone head represented a deity. However, Dr. Nele Venklova from the Institute of Archaeology of the Czech Academy of Sciences says it is more likely that the face belonged to a real person. Quote, "We know that Celts worshipped several gods, but that they also did not depict them. There seems to have been some sort of ban on this," end quote. Dr. Venklova instead believes the head represents a terrestrial ancestor hero, perhaps the leader of a community, and that the tribe's people worshipped him as a form of ancestor veneration in the form of a domestic cult. What's interesting about the unique hairstyle, which features a shaved head with the exception of a strip of short hair running from ear to ear, is that it matches hairstyles depicted on stone busts found in Irish churches dated to around the time of St. Patrick in the 5th century. When the Romans invaded Britain and Ireland in the 1st century, the Druids were high priests, teachers and administrators of laws in Celtic culture and religion, and their pagan practices survived long after they were eradicated in Central Europe. According to Dr. Venklova, when St. Patrick converted the Irish to Christianity, he also recorded the old Druid laws of the land, and he says, quote, "Basically, the Druids turned into Christian hermits and monks," end quote. The transition in Ireland from Druidic worship to Christianity meant many of the traditions of the old religion were carried forward into the new Church of Ireland, including a very specific type of shaved hair tonsure worn by monks during ceremonial initiation rituals. While traditional Christian monks preferred the bald top style, Druid converts wore a single strip of hair, just like the Celtic Head of Mšecké Žehrovice. In addition to this, the hairstyle also matches descriptions of the Simon Magus Tonsure, which both the Picts and Britons are described as wearing in letters sent from the Anglo-Saxon Apostolic Church to both Nectan, king of the Picts, and Geraint, king of Dumnonia, in an attempt to get them to conform to their canonised form of Christianity in the 700s AD. The hairstyle also matches a description of Cuchulain's hair in the cattle raid of Cooley from Irish mythology. For more information on this, which includes all of the sources which mention the Simon Magus Tonsure, please see my presentation on the subject here. So what do you think? Is this image showing us the Simon Magus Tonsure? Or does this tonsure predate Simon Magus altogether? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Old Boy out.